Okay, here we are back in Celestial Terror, Demon's Revenge. And we are playing as Sen. So, I don't remember which way it was we were not supposed to go. It's been a little while since I played this. During the stint between Legend of Heroes and my next game, I figure I can probably squeeze out a couple extra episodes here. And hopefully then the whole thing won't be as alien to me. Empty vial. So how much damage did that do? Pretty much all of it. So, as I was trying to say, she's no longer desperate. What is this desperation thing? It's so poorly explained. There we go. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about that I've had to delay due to various things is regarding the side quests. Okay, that's a one-way jump. So to go back to the info book, will they actually let me... Yeah, they will. I'm not actually entirely sure if these quests are possible in the first chapter. For some of these, they may be much longer-term ordeals, and as a result, like, we know they exist, and that's kind of it. There isn't really anything beyond that for us. So, in case you were hoping that I might be able to shed damn it. That wasn't as bad. I could shed some light onto this for you guys. Unfortunately, I can't. I'm still playing this by ear somewhat. Increases magic. Going to put that on due to lack of an alternative. Are there more? I'm trying to, like, I'm looking for a hive or something. What the? You see that, right? That's not on my monitor. The B split in half. Yeah. So I think I'll stay away from over there if possible. Now there's nothing hidden up here. Hiding something there would be rather devious. And I guess we can move on to the next screen. So I'm trying to remember where we did the quest with Jagan at.
I believe you've lost something. What a coincidence. There are several lost things in this place.
It's just loud.
I wouldn't go that way if I were you. Or maybe I would. Maybe that meal of yours is worth the trip. The taste of adventure, the allure of mystery. How exquisite.
Sounds like someone's trying to do a Mark Hamill Joker impersonation.
You never know what you'll discover in the hollows of a forgotten land. Unless you look very closely. Unless you dig very deeply. Your life is meaningless if you remain out here in this dead land. Our paths have crossed before, yet you don't recognize or endure what has befallen you. You cannot see what you are and what you will become. Follow and you'll find your answers. Look to the sky and you'll find something you didn't know you wanted to know. Or let hunger overcome you and send this world spiraling into the abyss. The sweet lament of an abridged wraith, lost in the wind. If not for the sun, you would have already rot under the unequivocal pit in which you dwell in. Poor fiend. Killer. Parasite. Go!
Nice to meet you too. So, don't know where he wandered off to. Just... And there's another hive. What does this honey do? Ingredient. A very small amount of HP. Another ore. It's making me think that the encounter is not too far ahead in magic defense. So she has waterworks. L1, is that a 3? Does this cost like 3 points of level 1 or what? I probably won't know until I actually get around to giving it a shot. But here's what I wanted to know. Medium, light, light. In the event that there is a fight coming up here. Before going further forward, I went ahead and did a little bit of grinding so I could hit level 2, and I also covered this area. If you come to the right, there will be a little plant offering body clover? I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced exactly. The H makes me think it's supposed to be a long O, but it gives you 3 skill points. You can see the mythical rarity. Really, really nice item from the sound of it. I got one of these to drop from a fight, which is not very helpful since Sen is alone. Now, there's also a beehive up here that you can take down for additional honey. And I would recommend topping yourself off with honey before going into this coming fight, because you kind of want to save your leaves for the actual fight. The guy can put out a staggering amount of damage. And it probably would be best if there was some way to increase Sen's physical defense, but there isn't. You have to kind of make do with the whole magic protection. Unfortunately, I can't quite tell what move his does what type other than the obvious one that does physical damage. So it is possible that the magic protection will be pretty nice. Let's save over this since we're now level 2. Let's pop the honey, because it says a very small amount of hit points. When you try to use this in battle, it says it heals for 10. It actually only heals for 7. So right there, 33. I'm not going to waste the honey any further, because there are some times where the boss will do low enough damage to where you can actually justify using the honey. You'll see what I mean when you start this thing. So I'm just moving along the edges to make sure there aren't any chests or anything I missed. But here it goes. This voice acting.
That smell. That is one I have not sensed in some time. One I would rather forget just as quickly as it came. Away with you!
That was my dinner, jerk!
Yes, you are that one. Your purpose has not yet been served. Be gone, or you will not live to see how it all pans out.
That one? What are you rambling about? You know nothing about me.
I know you are neither here nor there. Tell me, little one, do you fear me?
I fear nothing.
As one like yourself should. I know of divinity, and it reeks of undeserved power and chaos. You are an unnatural abomination.
You're insane. Stop talking nonsense and come out now! I'll rip my meal from your bowels.
Your arrogance will be tolerated no longer.
Okay, boss time. So here I will explain how Sen works. So the key thing that separates her from Jagen is that her spells are offensively focused. Now there are 2 things that set her apart. The first of which, as you notice, there's a blue 3 here. it costs you 3 points of your level 1 to cast this. You can see I've already cast it once. I can cast it one more time, but engulfs the enemies. This is good when you're dealing with large mobs, and it does hit twice. That's pretty much the whole draw to it. So in this fight, this spell is kind of worthless, to be blunt. As a result for this one, without Unity, you can't really, or without Partner, you can't use Unity. Our options are basically just beating him down the old-fashioned way with your bare damn hands. Now, her combo, he's level 2. Okay, when I fought this guy before level 1, he was level 1 also. It looks like the bosses match your level. I use her special as well. Sadly, that drained most of her rage. And there's the hard-hitting physical move, in case you're wondering. He's following up with another one. And just due to how few healing items I have, there's a mushroom. Oh. Mushrooms are a flat 10, so honey is only 7. We're going to use this last one up. Basically, we have to just cross our fingers and hope he doesn't use that attack again. If he does, better luck next time. It's really that simple. Now, you are fast enough to get probably about 2 turns to his 1. And here we are in danger of dying, so I'm going to go ahead and pop a mushroom. And we'll use our second turn to land movement. I'd like to use the 2 mediums. I don't really know, I don't know if this game works kind of like Chrono Cross does, where you want to build certain combos using the weaker attacks to build up the stronger. And I don't have that information to offer, so... Rage turned yellow, so this. Every time I do this, it's a flat 31 damage, it looks like. That was very, very fortunate. Unfortunately, he gets a turn right here. Now, I think that's the magic move. And... wow, did the status effect seriously end the fight? We're still in it, but that was pretty bad. We have a double turn coming up. Last mushroom. In case you're wondering why I don't use the medium light combo even if I don't have the rage, your light attacks only do 1 damage, so the 2 mediums are actually helping us much more than just trying to use the combo without having the points to actually use it. So we use this, then the combo to try to finish it. I can't afford these missiles. There we go. So, I haven't seen a Dyphon Leaf before, or... well, I haven't been keeping track of the ores, so I can't tell you if that's something we've seen before.
I have no need to prolong this battle.
Should have moved that off the camera sooner.
I can remember it. Trapped in that dark room as if something was watching me from every corner, from every barred window. Chains so strong that even I could not break from them. The sparks from the machine were so hot, and I felt so cold, so alone. That was the day that took it all away. The fear, the pain. That was the day they made me a demon.
In case you're wondering, yes, it is just as choppy on my end also. That ties into one of those things that I said where I had to force this to play and record. And as a result, the frame rate during those scenes is downright atrocious. Now, hopefully I won't lose out on using all those mushrooms and honey. But there's no real telling. Hey, what are you gonna do? What are we going to do with her? Do you think she's the one we've been looking for? I sure hope so. We've been out here so long. This forest is starting to creep me out. I think she creeps me out more than this forest. Those glowing yellow eyes were a sure giveaway that she was a demon. I wonder what Max plans to do with her. Max? I don't think he'll get the chance. Snar is on her way. You know what that means. By the Caddocks. I feel bad for her then. Snar will make it seem as if she's living on Remorin. I don't even know what Remorin is, so I can't enlighten you guys. Sorry. Yeah, I think she lives to torture demons. Not that I feel bad for her or anything. I just don't think we were supposed to do that. Speak for yourself. I would carve her up if I get the chance. If she even looks like she's going to escape, I will kill her. No life of a demon is worth the dirt beneath my toenails. You can hear her mumbling in there to herself. I'll go and shut her up.
Listen, do you hear that? They're plotting to kill me.
I know what you're thinking.
I thought he was a figment of her imagination.
Why should I reconsider?
Because if you do, you become more like them, and less human.
Less? I'm not human. At least not anymore, remember? I'm an unholy abomination, or something like that.
Sen, please, you don't have to do this. We can just leave.
If I don't take care of this now, they're just gonna come after me again and again. How many times must we go through this? They want me dead.
There are other ways.
Hey, shut up in here and there. Why would he say there if he's right in front of her? I don't know. Hey, shut up in there, you loon.
Survival. That is the only way.
So I don't know if I pulled the leaves off of his body or if those were off the crate. What's taking Dick so long in there? She's escaping. And since this is a mandatory battle, I will be showing it. Because I have a feeling this is going to be one of those fights that ends as soon as I use the water spell. Maybe I don't have to kill them. Maybe Narako is right. I can listen to him or trust my own instincts. I know they'll follow me if I let them live. Whoa, these guys are rather durable. And if you look, the delay on this spell, they all get a turn. One guy gets 2 turns. If I want out of here, I have to run. We better move fast. They won't be out for long. And I need all the resources I can get here. Tusk. That's new. And honey. So if you didn't see the chest in the top right corner, we need to go loot that. Like, what's the deal with these? Do people just go around with, like, shards of metal sticking out from the ground, or... I mean, if people are going to be sleeping here and it's going to be dark, wouldn't you want to do something about that? Yeah, sometimes the pathways kind of glitch out. Remedy. The Landing. By Fletch, one of the rebuilders of the village in the forest. There was a time when people roamed these woods. This forest was a beacon of joy. Then they came. They came and ruined everything. We could do nothing but hide as the rubble fell from the clouds. Their strange metal crashing into the fields below, onto us and our homes, destroyed. The people who didn't mentally make the journey fell from the skies in hopes of controlling their own destiny. It became a gravesite for us and for them. We buried them along with our kind. We rebuilt our small village, alongside the strangers who raided our planet. Then they became distant. I knew that something was amiss when bones would wash up in the rivers. Bones of our kind. Several of us have gone missing. What Reverend is going on? This time Reverend isn't capitalized. So I have some new ores. That's physical attack power. That may be worth getting. I'm going to pop that one in because I think the enemies I'm going to be encountering are more physically oriented. But it's just a guess on my part. I actually don't have any sort of inside knowledge. There's no strategy guide or anything for the game, or FAQ, walkthrough, whatever you want to think of it. Where are we? These readers should know how to pick their camp locations. I'm losing a lot of HP. Just to play it safe. Whoa, 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 whoa. This is the 500. Where's the cheap one? Oh, recent. So you go to all of our items. Let's drop a save. Okay, picked up a new level there. Oh crud, I didn't mean to leave that screen. Like, I don't actually know which way is the way forward if we have to go. Okay, we have 3 options, it looks like. That one has a lot of enemies. And I'm gonna try to run away from the looters as much as possible because they're just annoying. Crud, that took me back to the previous screen, I think. Saturation is getting a little over the top. So is there actually any reward for coming over here? No, there's no reward. Yeah, you gotta be careful here. Those ritters hit extremely hard. So, based on what I know now, I wouldn't bother with the top route. I'm right here and trying to go from side to side looking for chests because I'm pressed for resources and everything. It doesn't help that visibility is so poor. Mysteries that the elements have need of each other. Fire needs the earth and wind to feed it. Earth needs the sun to shine and the rain to soothe. Water needs the earth to contain it and wind to renew it. Air needs the heat to rise and cool to fall. Why say some with these fundamental, these indivisible forces have need to rely on each other for their continued existence? Why indeed? So that little page is all I came in here for. Now, are the ghosts that are peering friend or foe? You can't interact with them in the slightest, it seems. Anything back here? Okay, we got another clover. Since Sen has gained more resources than Jagan, I kind of have to wonder what awaits her. It's not gonna be pleasant, is it? Abandoned church.
Remember back in Ioma when we used to go to service every hour? We used to just sit in the back and kid around. Mom used to get so furious.
Furious at you? No, I was always to blame. We both know how Hilda felt about me. I was always the cause of your misbehaving. I can hear her now, scolding me for destroying the innocence of her precious Naraku.
I believe she loved you, she just had a weird way of showing it. You were different. You only really talked to me. No one else could connect with you, so it's hard to really know you like I did.
Yeah, she loved me all right. All the way up until she chased me out of town, calling me a demon. First in line, I guess, considering what I'd done. Who would blame her?
The Gaddic's teaching tells us to forgive. It's not your fault, Sen. I forgave you a long time ago.
Who could forgive me for that? How could you? I only know of how I am now. The Gaddic's teachings do not apply to me. I'm a demon now, Niraku. These walls are not meant for my kind.
I believe deep inside that the Gaddic's teachings apply to you more than anyone on Asphalt.
You're always there to help me feel some bit of hope, Niraku. Even if that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. When have the Gaddic's words meant anything to a demon?
Well, see for yourself.
Page from the Divine Tome. In the midst of the universe we live, not for the deeds that we have done, for the deeds we will do. Without great darkness there can not be light. In the midst of the struggle we go on, not for the plights that we endure, but for the lament of victory that we as a combined entity will one day achieve. In our search for meaning, we can only find it by being true to one's heart. Okay, so the only way is forward. I imagine we will be going back to the previous place because there are spots there you can see that Jagan can cut down. I'm kind of hoping with him there there'll be less Ritters and maybe other things for me to fight. Page from the Cult's Book of Worship. We have all come here for one purpose, to acknowledge our own preservation against an existence on this unholy place. We need sacrifice. We need purity. In order to sustain our well-being, we need blood. Whoever can pass these trials becomes one of us. Those who fail are unworthy. The Gaddoks will look to us as the superiors, the righteous, and those who fall shall meet them, not in bad faith, but as an honor. Who will help us thrive here, not for the endurance of your own well-being, but for the continuation of our entire congregation. By Hassel's light, be the very blood that brings us back to glory. What in the Gaddok's name? We're locked in here. There's a crack in the podium. I can see something blinking in there. Front door made a sound. What the? It's a graveyard. So, there's been some scenes. Let's drop a save. Kai's diary entry. It's been a few days since I stumbled across this part of the forest. Little did I know people were actually up here. They're teaching some form of worship that I do not understand. Since when have the Gaddoks been some form of deity? What are these trials I expect me to participate in? They seem so welcoming, but these people are so strange. I feel very uncomfortable here. There's something sinister in the drought. The crops are scarce, but have people gone mad? They say I am the one to bring prosperity back to this land. I need to get out of here as soon as I can. They say I'm the next to face these trials. They say I am the chosen one. Black dust. Lowell leaf. Here lies Kai. How shocking. You were supposed to be the chosen one. The one who will lead us to the end. Always looking forward to see where we should move next. To find the end of the tunnel. Regain control and finally free us of this desperation. Instead, he shocked us all. Here lies Krieg. Though he had come to us in the rain, he could not endure the pressures of the deep. Lost in the trials, he could not endure, so he sank to the floor. Here lies Opal. As strong as a rock, we thought she was the one. Although she was quick on her feet, she could not pass this feat. Hide before the weight of the world. Hide before the weight of the world tears you apart. I heard something in the church over there. Okay. I'm going to go refresh that save so I don't have to examine the graves again because I have a feeling it's going to be a boss waiting for us. We are level 3, so if the boss is going to match our level, that's going to be somewhat manageable. It's locked from the outside. Knock on wood. While I was home last night, I heard some knocking on the door. When I looked open the door, no one was there. There were rumors going around that a knock meant death, as that was heard just before someone went missing. I went investigating and found some terrible things. This forest is more than just a community for the people from the sky. It seems they are trying to take over completely. Our people are dwindling in numbers, and strange creatures have been populating the area. I think I even saw Herman's face on one of them. There's something more going on. Oops. Nothing to examine on the podium. Trials of the Vault. So is this a puzzle area, or what exactly? That's interesting. So there is a way to leave. Now is there only one way to enter? And who's the stiff on the floor? As long as I'm not taking damage, I don't really mind. But I probably am. Yeah, one thing I definitely don't like about this game is just the scarcity of resources. Oh crap, this one. Release Me by Pander. A simple task, yet complex to the mind. To obliterate this difficulty, I'll try, and create a world that I'll never find. Only a fool would go in blind. I seem to be trapped in this world of mine. Release me from this place. Pull this string and rewind. Take me back to my other time, when the world was as easy to find this dream. So it seems to be dawning down on me. Release me, set me free, and let me be. Alone once again, once I'll never befriend anything. Or so much as to look to lend another dream again. Wait for my heart to mend. Not so long, it's trying so hard not to be wrong. It's too late, and it will regenerate. Slowly but surely it will be made. Release me from this world of pain. Relieve me of the stress. Make sure that I never create this hateful place again. So I finally got through this hellhole. This is a crappy puzzle, to be completely honest. Your entire objective is to get over here, launch the ball, so you can hit the switch, and that's it. Unfortunately, I've tried looking at the lightning strikes. There doesn't really seem to be any frequency or pattern to them. It seems really just random. And if you're in the water when the lightning strikes, you get sent back to start. To make things worse, you actually have to stand in the water to hit this switch, and this is just a puzzle. Not something I can really recommend or give any sort of compliment to. I'm very tempted to go outside and save, so I don't have to put up with that crap again. What was over here? I don't remember. So another piece of crap puzzle out of the way. It's bad enough that since you have to jump here, that is an event that allows the rock to outpace you. It can regain any sort of advantage you were starting to gain. To make things worse, you have to navigate an obstacle course as you go. So far, this is where the game is starting to really drag. So, what kind of swimming puzzle do we have to do? What are we even looking for down here? So is there air or something we can use over here? Should have gone back for more breath. And here comes the painful part. Can I make it there without taking too much drowning damage? How many have to die? More. As my entire congregation has fallen, I'm the only one left. The Gadok's words must be known. This must be the definitive way to live. I am the chosen one, and I will spread these words throughout all the Hosfall. The world must know who claims this land. They must know how to be strong. They must learn how to be one mind with one goal. That is to serve our Gadok, and to do it with little to no remorse for our own lives. When they come, they will take this land and make it their own. So I'm not entirely sure what that opened. I'm not even entirely sure it's something that can be found down here. All things considered, this puzzle is the least of all the evils. Nothing hidden here. Let's see if all this did unlock that back door to the church. Dropping a save here so I don't have to put up with this ever again. Okay, let's get out of here. I tried playing ahead here, but unfortunately I got poisoned and it was game over. A status effect seriously has that much sway here. Really, really depressing. Unfortunately, for some reason, the bees can poison you, and like, there's no status cleanse items that we've come across this far. If you get poisoned, that's it. You're done. So that's no improvement. Looks like there's an enemy there. This river, we're close to home. We just have to keep heading south. And at this point, I'm going to try to avoid as many fights as possible because, like I said, the risk greatly outweighs the reward. The enemies appear in number, their damage is really high, status effects are extremely detrimental, there is no reason to fight. It's dodge or die, sadly. And we made it to the hideout. That's the grave.
How could you forgive me? How could I have gone down this path?
It's not your fault, Sin. But what you have done today is not what you will have to do tomorrow. Don't be the demon that they expect you to be. Be something more. Be better. There is always time to change. You are not a killer.
Naraku, I don't know what I am.
It's not your fault.
I was hoping there'd be a save point or something here because I want to stop playing. I should hit the hay after the day I just had. Books I take from demon raiders trying to kill me, they were all drenched when I fought them, but they're dry now. Pair of leaves. Wow. Hey, an antidote. That would have helped a lot sooner. Frame rate dropped down to 5 there for a second. I'm just gonna call it quits here. Or not, because the game froze. And it froze again. Well, needless to say, I can stop here. The game has really started to disappoint, and I'm hoping that it will pick up, but this part just sucked. The trials, the whole status effects when you have nothing to cure, treat it, or anything in any way. Enemies in high number when you are not. The fact that you can only use your spell 3 times before you're empty. And the fact that the spell doesn't even go off immediately. It's just a perfect storm here of all these things that fail to come together and just actually come together perfectly against you. So yeah, I'm putting the break in here. We pick up next time. Hopefully things get better.